It's your girl, She Gets It. Still Shan. Was goody. So much newness. It's the 1st of November. It's the first time I'm on Red Circle. You know what I'm saying? A new platform. Check out Red Circle. Needed some more options. You know what I'm saying? Still bringing you content. Still bringing you what you need to better up, get better with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not leaving y'all hanging, but it's a new season. It's season 9.
Like, are
Ooh.
y'all gonna be doing? Are you gonna be, or have you done this? Like after Halloween, the kids asleep and stuff like that. Have you gone and dressed up for your partner? Have you gone and say, you know what, I'm gonna go get sexy for him, or he's like, you know what, I'm gonna pull out the it mask and I'm gonna hit it from the back. Like that. That's what he wants to do for
It,
Halloween.
I've never
I
had
mean,
that.
role play on Halloween would be a nice thing. Like, you know what, chase around the house. You got on the Jason mask and you got the little paper knife and shit like that. And like, hey, like, role play during Halloween sounds like. What'd you say? What'd you say? Did you just say prove it? Oh my
I
god.
said, kill this pussy. Like,
Oh my god.
that's something that I would be
You
completely with, but right now I'm in a cow suit
mm-mm-mm.
without letters on it, which I was disappointed in because I didn't get to squirt anybody tonight, but
Wait, did you
it's
say
all
you
good.
didn't get this? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's still time for this. The reason why there's still time for this is because there's daylight savings time tonight also.
Oh,
So
yes, you
you
get
get
an extra hour. Wait,
yeah. Yeah, you get an extra
I,
hour. So I
I'm,
mean,
I'm in the house. Like, all of my friends that can come supervise are out having party time in Georgia
well,
because
that's
we
the
don't
thing.
believe.
Let them have party time though. But then you call somebody over, a young gentleman, to come and give you that wang. So once they give you the wang, then you do your thing. You go ahead and just tell them go home, and then you go to sleep. After you go and dig into your kids like the candy jar
There's,
and go and get the Snickers and the Kit Kats and shit like that.
there's no gentleman even having the privilege of dropping off Wayne here.
See, see, and you're the reason for the topic tonight. So
Me?
it's, yes, you are the reason for the topic tonight. So here we are. So here we are. Basically, we are discussing tonight No Nut November. So if
Hmm.
anybody has never heard of No Nut November, it started as a trend on Twitter where there were men who decided that they honestly were sick of women shit, and it was cuffing season, and in order to get serious with a girl, they would stop trying to have sex for an entire month and then called it No Nut November. Let me give you the definition, or the challenge rather. So no Nut November is a challenge where men and top tier ladies abstain from masturbating until the clock strikes 12 o'clock midnight on December 1st. Through this test of true willpower, it is rumored that these brave heroes gain psychic powers, and I've even heard tables of levitation from across the pond. But before you start planning being able to grab that late night string cheese from that fridge without ever having to get up to understand the rules and what constitutes breaking them. So, do you want to hear the rules of No Nut November?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't even know these were the rules until I had to Google them. So, number one, orgasm without ejaculation, aka nut, is a disqualification despite the name. So, despite being called No Nut November, what we're avoiding itself isn't the physical nut, but the orgasm. Hence, why pre-cum is allowed. Okay, now I didn't know
I
you
hate
could channel just. I don't know. I've never, like, I won't say I've
pre-cum
never,
is
but
so
it's
fucking rude and just like, nigga, wait till I say you can.
but like how does pre-cum form? Like nobody's ever like discovered,
Because
or
the
maybe I just
man
don't
is
know.
anticipating the pussy lord. And then once once he has received the pussy lord, then he may cometh. But some people just get too antsy. It's kind of like cutting the line.
So wait, so pre-cum is like an anticipation orgasm, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's that is weird. Like, good grief. Like I didn't.
Nobody wants to have wet draws because you're too ready. Like, did I say go?
But
Did I
like
say ready?
as a but as a guy, can they control that shit though? Like, me as a guy, like I'm sure I've had pre-cum before, but it's more so it's like
I
there's
feel
no off
like
button.
boys can't, but men should be able to tame that thing.
I don't think us men can tame pre-cum. I feel like since it doesn't like it's not like ladies, but it comes out of the same like area, and more importantly, like there's no valve that says, you know what,
You would,
the
we
pre-cum gonna
would
come
never.
out. But
But sometimes when I've been beginning the sucking of the dick,
uh,
their kid, their kids may slip, and I'm just like, sir,
well, hey, just consider that infancy. So that's like the daycare when the kid was first born. It's like, you know what? Hey, the pre-cum is like the
no,
newborn. It's not the toddler. It's the newborn. So you're getting the newborn fresh on out. So
it's
in so,
rude.
in some cases, you are a nursery. In some cases, so
My advice
congratulations. Like,
today,
this is on you. This is on you, my friend. You're the one who told me that you enjoy the act of pre-cum, and the fact that you
I
are
didn't
a
say I
daycare.
enjoyed it. I just said like I've been,
Hey, I
doing
didn't
my
put any words
work,
in your. Mm-mm. I didn't put any
and
words in your mouth. You put kids in your mouth. That was not my fault. That's none of my business. That's what you did. You are not going to blame me for that one. That's what you're not going to do. So, but let's get back to No Nut November, because I feel like this is very important and people need to understand like the the dynamic of it. So number two, it says that there's something called non-ejaculation masturbation, and pre-cum are allowed. So orgasms are the things to avoid here, not masturbation or semen. While I do want to state that this is a very bad and risky method to approach this challenge, you are allowed to stroke yourself as long as there's no orgasm. You are allowed to watch porn and touch yourself all you want, but any climax that is reached is an automatic disqualification. Pre-cum is allowed since it can occur without orgasm. I didn't know that pre-cum can actually happen without the orgasm. I usually thought that, like pre-cum, that means it's on the way. So more importantly, you're basically, isn't that's called edging, right? When like you're almost there but you're not there.
listen, I don't know what the fuck that is. The edge of my patience or the edge of this nut that I'm supposed to get, but you fucked up and I could not get.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up edging. So since we're here, anybody who knows what the term edging is, let me know. While I look this up, I'm gonna play this voicemail.
Pre-crumb is not something you can really control. If the vagina is decent, there's going to be some kind of pre-cum. So, like, you
Oh,
can't really
Mike,
control it. You can control the other thing, but you can't really control pre-cum because it just is what it is. It's part of the game.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah. So that's
it's a daddy slip and slide. Is what the fuck that is.
yeah. Like, I mean, for me as a guy, like I know for a fact that like if we're getting head or we're having sex or something like that, we can't predict pre-cum. Like we know the feeling when we're about to like nut, but we don't know that feeling when the pre-cum happens. That's why you end up having all these kids. Like, dudes are like, hey, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. I don't know if pre-cum can actually get you pregnant. All I'm
You
saying
swear?
is that you know, I guarantee at least four futures kids came from pre-cum just because he don't like to wear condoms. But hold on, we got another voicemail. Just go ahead.
Give it to
Edging
me.
is for mostly for men because there's an actual receipt when we come. It's the act of like stopping and starting, getting him to the point where he's about to, and then stopping, getting him to the point where he's about to, and then stopping.
Why would anybody want to torture themselves like that? Now, I'm sure it's like kink for some.
Men that want to go raw, but they don't want a nut in a bitch.
No, no, this is like I'm assuming edging is both like penetration and like oral or like jerking and shit like that. Like just imagine like you as a woman, like a guy's going and like filling around on you and shit like that. And right when you are starting to get the urge, he's like, "Nah, bitch, got you." Like you'd be like, "Oh, you
No,
got to go home."
no, it's the other way around. It's the other way around. I got your ass because I'm gonna hold that.
Like what the? No, maybe that's like some next level sex to some. Me, I just don't get it. So let's get this next rule. No three strikes rule. It says, first of all, there is no three strikes rule. Any intentional completion of orgasm is a disqualification. Giving yourself a temporary out completely defeats the purpose of the challenge. This rule is the only clarification on loopholes that goes around. So that's rule number three. Number four, it says wet dreams are allowed. Now, I'm a
How you gonna
33-year-old
control a
man.
dream?
Yeah. Um, that right there, this one kind of took me back because I didn't understand what they meant by wet dreams being allowed. You don't control, like you said. So
Yeah.
if they're unintentional, like pre-cum is unintentional, so I'm assuming that's why that's accepted. But like, what happens if you like a premature ejaculated? I'm sure there are men who like, hey, I can't control that nut and it's gonna come out. Like, shouldn't
Mm.
that qualify as well? So let's play this voicemail.
That shit is amazing, by the way. It's not like, why would somebody want to do that? It's actually amazing. Like, and if you break down what actually feels good about, head or having sex, it's the build up to it. The actual coming is only probably 4 or 5 seconds, maybe,
Yeah.
but the getting up to it is actually the thing that feels good, so prolonging that it actually feels good. It feels great, as a matter of fact.
Shout out to
Mm.
Mick Perkins. I gotta try this shit at least once. That way I can be upset at myself because I'm one of those guys that like when I'm there, I'm there. I'm gonna let you know I'm there, and this gonna be quick. I'm gonna make
I
sure we in and out.
think
Like I don't.
when they be like in a rhythm, and then you like it as a woman, and then you tell them don't move, and then they move.
Yep.
I think that's what that is. Like, nigga, the fuck.
But honestly, that is not our fault. Here's the thing: like how y'all have contractions when y'all give birth and stuff like that. Y'all pussies be having contractions when we're hitting, and it's almost it's not a vice grip, but it's like if like
It's a
how can I put it? It's like if the deacon's wife at church just gave you like a really like a hug that like it's like that. Like it
with the
feels like it's welcoming. It's like, you know what? I needed this. Like this is for me, and I'm going to have a better day knowing that it happened. And
mm.
then obviously you get the juices that flow. And when the juices flow, I mean, it is what it is. Let's play this next voicemail.
Shan, tell them that it's Mike Perkins, MIC, Mike,
Mike
microphone,
Mike
Mike,
Pers-
Mike Perkins.
Mike,
Mike
MIC
Perkins.
Perkins. Okay.
Mike Perkins, where are you from, sir? He feels like he's on the East Coast like us. He's not like Baylor out there in LA. So I'm praying to God
He's
he's on the East Coast. Praying to God that he's on the East Coast. Let me see. What's our next rule for No Nut November? So sex is a disqualification, birthday sex included. Now, here's the thing. Um,
that's not fair.
that's not fair. It says we get it. You have a girlfriend. Why are you even participating in this challenge? Nothing is nothing, so no, you can't get a pass if somehow you convince somebody to touch your pee. Birthday sex will not be allowed within the game of No Nut November. It would be unfair to your fellow brothers who weren't conceived on Valentine's Day. So I'm assuming No Nut November is not just for, I guess like November, it's for Valentine's Day as well. But I'm assuming it's called something different.
That's how
Here's the
them
issue.
see thing.
Yeah, but like, why would you torture yourself to not nut for 30 days? Like, we're going to get to the root of that because I've been
I
trying to
really
figure this
want
out.
to score because listen,
Like, but I know there are people. I'll get to that. Let me get this voicemail.
Detroit, West Side, all day.
the D,
Okay.
Big Sean,
See.
West Side.
the D,
Royce the 5'9", West Side. West Side,
the
West
D,
Side.
the D.
Okay. All right. See, you talking about a different deep chain. Like you are.
It's
You know
all
what?
the D.
No, the D you talking
My
about is something different.
with the
I know
glossy
you.
skin and good health
Jesus.
with the D.
Jesus Christ. What is going on here? What the fuck is going on? Mm-mm-mm. So I guess the question I needed to pose was when it comes to No Nut November, like I wanted to know what is the longest that you've gone without having sex, and why in the hell did you do it?
Um, a year and 4 months. Why? Because I'm really big on enjoying my fucks if I give them. Uh,
Mm.
and if it's one that's not on my fuck level, I'd rather go without. And
Yeah, but
at that time, the person that I enjoyed fucking was getting on my nerves, so I wasn't even like dealing with him like that. So I just went without.
okay, so I have to ask, like, is it is it different when like I don't want to say a drought. Is like celibacy and a drought two completely different things. Like if you're like, oh, I don't really want to have sex versus, you know what, I'm just not getting none right now. Is that different?
That's the difference because celibacy is like you're choosing not to.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a drought is like you want to, you need to, you're making opportunities for that to happen, and it's not getting there.
Mm. So, yeah, I need to know. I need to know from some of these listeners about it because honestly, if there's any listeners left on stereo, it seems like everybody done migrated. Good grief. Like, kind of. But then again, it is Halloween, ain't it? But yeah, people out here, fighting and bopping. But it's okay. Um, the reason why I wanted to ask is because I had a friend who went, I won't say went celibate because it's like, damn, that's not a religion, right? You didn't go over there, like it just happened, right? So,
Wow.
she's practicing celibacy, and she says to me, she's like, well, Greg, it started off as a choice, and then a couple of months in, she said that she almost relapsed. I was like,
Oh
damn,
God.
is like celibacy like alcohol? And she was like, she was used to having sex 3 or 4 times a day. And I was like,
Mm.
is that why you? So I asked, I was like, is having too much sex when you're having it a cause of, having, to do celibacy? You're like, you know what? I was having so much sex, I actually had to talk myself into stopping having sex.
Oh
Like,
no.
is that a thing where you're like, you know what? I done a lot of fucking. Like
Um,
for 20, say for
I've never talked myself into having sex. Like it's either you want to or you don't want to.
but usually like at you as the woman, like you say, hey, like the what's that commercial? Like it's my money and I need it now. You're like, hey, that's my dick and I need it now, right? Like I'm assuming that's what you do when you want some dick. But guys
It,
can't do that. We can't be like,
you can do that.
can you? I've
Yeah,
never seen it done.
some women like when you demand. Some women don't.
I need to see this for myself. Like I'm gonna have to ask the wife. I'm like, hey, yo, with for a week,
That's
just don't give me
different,
none.
Greg. Like that's yours. Like you don't. Like what are
But
you
it,
asking?
is it though? Because here's the thing, it's still
Yes,
hers. Like I gotta
it's still
politely
hers,
ask for it.
but it's just like
I,
take that, take that.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people have the misconception that like when you're married, like the sex is just like readily accessible. It's not. Like you gotta work for that shit. It's almost like a part-time job. You gotta be like, hey, like, you don't schedule it, but it's more so it's like, hey, you gotta grab the ass every once in a while. You gotta be nice for a couple consecutive days. And God forbid if you have an argument, oh yeah. Man, listen, like when
Oh,
that's why when single people go and say that they're out here having sex and stuff like that, I'm like, hey, number one, be safe, but number two, congratulations. Now me, I personally couldn't do it. I'm not built like that anymore. My whole days are like way behind me. Some things I just can't do anymore. But trust me, when I hear the stories and I look at the Instagrams and I told you about my little private Instagram page and my private little Twitter. I look, well, not Instagram, the Twitter page. So the Twitter page, I'm like, oh, there's a lot of filth on here. And it usually it's like
yeah.
not at night though. All the filth happens in like the middle of the day. This should be happening at like 4 o'clock. I'm like, wait a minute, like, not just the OnlyFans shit where people like, okay, my shit's 60% off for 30 days. I'm like, no, there'd be people just like horse fucking, like at 3 o'clock in the
Huh?
afternoon. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, some people just be fucking just on Twitter just because. Like, and maybe you know what? I'm just skip and let's play these voicemails because I could talk for hours about Twitter.
And
Hold on.
just compliment me, talk about my skin and my teeth and my health.
Yay! Yay!
I, I I think she was talking about your penis.
I
She
was
was
talking
saying
about
it's smoothing. Oh,
everything.
hey, you know what? I am. It,
Jake will beat
I
me in.
don't have a dog in the fight.
All right.
Mm, Lord, hold on.
Shit, you want to talk about being nice? I went up to the gas station the other day. Dude said that if I sucked his dick, he would fill my tank. I said, "Damn, that's kind of nice." I gotta get home, so
Wait, hold on.
What?
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Hold on.
We
Prodigy,
in
what the fuck?
we
I'm
in
so
here.
confused. So you're telling me you went to the gas station and he offered to take you behind the dumpster? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
I knew a girl.
I'm so lost. What just happened? Probably just, I
Wow,
need the rest of that story because
that's a
I've never
lot.
gone to. Yeah, like, have you actually? You know what? That's a good question. Have you ever been propositioned in? Obviously, you're a lady, but have you ever been propositioned in public and almost took up on the offer? If it was like somebody, you'd be
No,
like, "Damn, that person's actually kind of cute." Like, hey,
no,
like a
and
dude at a club or something like that.
no, I've been on my way to work in the parking lot early in the morning. This guy was like coked up, trying to get me to come to his penthouse. I says I have to go clock in.
Now, did his van have windows or did
He
because
actually like a convertible BMW, but I could tell he was coked up because he was too hype.
oh yeah, he was definitely going to slaughter you that day. And he was
Not
coked up.
in the way
He was
I like.
he was going
Oh
to slaughter you, my lord.
no.
I am praying for you, my friend. Like I'm glad you got out of the situation the way you did, because yeah, that's how you end up on what's that not the show Scorned, but not even First 48. What's the one where like people just go missing, like disappeared and shit like that? Like yeah, we need
That
you on this planet. So, but let's get this voicemail out of the way. Also, stereo as we're doing this live, I just need them to really get this audio together. Like
oh
y'all spending too much money on everything but the app. Like let's
yeah.
get this audio out because right now there's a slight delay, but I'm trying to catch it. I'm working it out. But here we
Nah,
go.
nah, 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 nah. Look. Listen. First of all, I'm a dude. I'm not a lady, and
Mhm.
I'm a Christian. But I can't pray myself home.
Ooh.
Whoa. Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Act like you know, get you some merch. Act like you know, get you some merch. Shop She Gets It on Teespring. The link is in the bio. Don't act like I ain't tell you. Hit me up on the Stereo app. Hit me up on Patreon. Hit me up on Red Circle. If you want to go ahead and cross promo, I'm here for you. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up and my email, shegetsitpod@gmail.com. Hit me up on She Gets It Pod on IG. I'm not hard to find. Let's get back into this show.
Wait a minute. Oh wait, no. Did you take the ride from the
Oh,
guy
did you
in?
take the
Did you took the offer to
offer? Ooh.
in order to get home? You let the guy give you. Okay, I'm not kink shaming. I'm not kink shaming at all. Do your thing.
Gas
However,
station.
gas station sex has to be like number three on like the worst fucking places to have sex. Is at a gas station.
Never tried it.
Yeah, like that's actually one of the list of places that I wouldn't do it at. Like I couldn't do it at a library, and I couldn't do it at a gas station. Like libraries are obviously too quiet, but more importantly, like a library, like it feels like right when you think you have a quiet spot, somebody's coming to that place to come get that book. So if you're like at the end of the library and you're where the VHS tapes and shit are, there's gonna be that one lady who's like 65 and she's like, you know what? I was coming here to look for this VHS of, how Stella got her groove back and shit. You're like, wait a minute, like, why you? On this day, you catch me fucking, and the last thing you want to do is get caught by somebody who can't fuck no more, because they want to snitch. But let's get these voicemails out the way.
But if you gotta get home though, I'm home right now, and I got about 3/4 of a tank left.
Wait a minute. Okay. Now, I'm not even intrigued anymore. I'm concerned because you got home safe and you still have gas. So the person, guy, girl, whoever this person was, decided to give you head on the way home. How did they get back to wherever they were? I think that's the $1 million question. Because they gave you gas, but how did they get home? Did you give them a ride or did they just like,
They
please
wait
answer
for
that
the
question. I didn't know people would literally get. Now, maybe he's saying like the person gave him gas in order to get home, but they had to give him head in order to get the gas,
I
which
don't
is,
want to.
I don't want to assume, but I'm assuming like shit. Because that's the wildest, craziest shit I've ever seen. Like, somebody offered to pay to fill your gas tank up, but they had to also give you head. That is some kinky shit. Next voicemail.
Nigga had a mystery machine, and he was offering you to to solve a mystery in a Scooby Doo mobile.
No,
If it weren't for those darn kids, man, I'm telling you. Oh my God, this man literally got a gas tank full by letting another guy like give him head. What world are we living? You know what? Yeah, like 2020 didn't exist. Like this didn't happen. We're just gonna wake up on January the 1st and nothing happened. Let's play this next voicemail.
Nah. My tank was empty. I needed the gas. I got home. I don't know where they at.
Oh, okay. So that's making more sense. The guy asked, Prodigy, "Hey, I'll suck your dick if you give me gas." And Prodigy
mm,
said, "Absolutely not." I liked our story though. I liked our story's a little bit better than that one. But the fact that you didn't go and give that guy gas, I appreciate that. But just know the next time you go get gas, he's still gonna be there. And
mm,
you don't want to be around. You don't want to be around somebody who's offering to just give you head at a gas station. That
that's
nothing
why.
about that sounds cute. Yo, and I'm sure, like, Chan, you've been like propositioned by a guy in like a weird spot at like a Walgreens or a Walmart, some shit like that. Us men
No,
don't get,
because
we don't get propositioned like that.
when that happens, I just take out my piece and I be like, no, don't come no further.
Mm-mm. See?
Don't
Mm.
walk up to me.
Oh my lord. So let's get into it. So basically, we've already discussed what No Nut November is, but I had a couple things before I was going to like let you take over the floor. So we talked about celibacy a little bit. I looked at a tweet today, and it hurt my heart to hear. Um, it's about eating sweaty pussy.
Oh no, not the soup.
Um, yeah. So a girl said this. I forgot what her name was. It's like something Spoon. And shout out to her if she's listening to something like that. But she said, "I can't trust a man who will not eat sweaty pussy." And
What?
I don't know if she was just doing this to just like strike up Twitter and just make people feel like, this was a
That
joke. Maybe she was joking. But at the same time, like, no. Like, who the fuck just says, you know what? You like no. Would you like as a woman like lick some sweaty like fresh out of the gym balls? I would hope not.
yeah, I told you. My ex teabagged me after he played basketball.
Okay, wait a minute. Story time. Story time.
I was laying in his room and I was just waiting for him to finish playing, and he came in and he was like, "Hey," and I was like, "What's up?" But my head was like already hanging off the bed, looking at my phone, and
Wait a
he turned on the shower and he got ready to shower, and he walked past me one time with his balls in his hands, and he just dropped it on my face.
okay. Did you call 911? Cause
No, I'm just like,
what?
salty balls out of here.
No, salty balls are not fun. Like I don't think like women
Oh,
understand. Like
tell people they coming.
yeah.
It
Oh
rains.
yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. Actually, that's bad. That's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
So eating sweaty pussy and then having somebody teabag you is bad. But I wanted to ask you this because somebody explained how bad it is, and now I would never wish this on anybody. So, Steph and I are talking. Shout out to Steph, and she says to me, she's like, "Well, Greg, I heard y'all talk. You and Shannon, y'all were talking about sex on y'all show," and I was like, "Yeah, we are." So she said, "I want you to ask Shannon, has she ever had a guy accidentally come in her eye?" And that right there took me over the edge because I was like, "Does it
No,
feel that bad?"
I've had it on the side of my face. I've had it in my hair after I washed it. Um, but that's about it.
Well, according to Steph, and Steph, if you're listening, like, just confirm that, like, this is the truth. She said that it's the equivalent of having soap in your eye, and that is
Oh
probably
no.
like, yeah. I was like, yo, if there are women out here who have had that shit happen to them and it accidentally hit them in the eye, like, no, like, there is no tear nut, and the fact that women actually get hit in the eye with that shit, I pray for you, you and your fake lashes and all that shit, because that's
See,
rough.
I subscribe to the Lash Clan, so I don't have those problems. But
Mm-hmm.
I have been fucked to the point where my contacts have dried out and popped out.
Um, you're not gonna act like that didn't happen, okay? Like that, like whatever you just said did not just. It wasn't
No,
just
I
said.
said it because that
Um,
does happen. I don't know,
wait a
like
minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. You're trying to tell me you had sex to the point your eyes dried out, or the contact. Either way, the fact that
yeah,
like, how
it's the
long were
most
your eyes
annoying
open?
shit to have one contact in and one contact out just to get through something.
Like, did you take a break to say, "Hey, let me fix that," or you were
No,
just like, "Nah, I'm."
I wanted to get mine and then figure it out later.
So you risked going blind for a nut, pretty much.
Yes,
What
yes.
the? Okay, so clearly I know women will do any fucking thing for the nut. You almost went blind. You know what? That's the name of this show. For the nut. For, what the?
For the love of the nut.
I just need to. Why would you even put yourself through that? That seems like
Because it was the
that's
game
not just.
good. It's
You
like
know what?
when black people eat things that are extremely hot. You could wait until it cool off, but it's delicious.
But that's the thing. It'll scorch your tongue a little bit, but that will heal. Like
To live life.
you almost went blind for dick.
I
Like
had, I had,
you,
I either had my glasses in my bag or I had more contacts.
so you're like, okay, I'm fine with going blind. I'm just letting you know that I got my glasses with me just in
Yeah,
case.
just in case shit pop off.
See, something wrong with you. Let's play these voicemails, because Jesus Christ. Wow.
I get propositioned a lot, but it be on social media. Like it's a lot of Twitter girls who seem
Hmm.
to take a liking to me. That's just about it though.
But it's honestly, I feel like Twitter is like, if there was a ranking of like 1 to 5 the places to get ass or dick if you wanted to, Twitter's like, I want to say Twitter has to be like number 2. With
Mm,
Facebook, I feel like it's number 1. The reason why is because you have every avenue. You have like people you can meet in those little Facebook groups. You
mm,
have obviously the friends and stuff from like high school and the mutual friends and stuff like that. So that's number like 1. Instagram for me, like I personally wouldn't want to try to go get ass from Instagram. The reason why is because all your shit's there, all your photos there, all like your life is more so on there than it is on Facebook.
mhm.
So Instagram for me is like number 3. And then number 4 is probably I'd say the dating sites and shit like that. So the Tinders and what is it? Black people meet and shit like that. So there's that. And then number 5 is I'd probably say text messages if you meet somebody at a bar and stuff like that. The reason why is for some reason when you send text messages to people and you're trying to anticipate like, hey, I'm letting you know I want to fuck. Like if you said
Mhm.
it on any other platform, it's fine. Like, they see that as flirting and they might flirt back. But when you say straight up on a text message, hey, I'm trying to fuck, like, it comes off different. It's like, ugh, like, I'm nasty, but I ain't that nasty. Like,
You would have really a woman would really have to like a guy to accept like I'm trying to fuck.
do they know?
For me, I would really have to like you to accept your vulgarness.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
I don't
That,
like you and give me your vulgarness, I'm like, listen, you thirsty piece of man. You like no,
you,
this is
you, you thirsty piece of man. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You thirsty, you know what? Let's add that to the notes now. Um, you thirsty piece of man. Let's, what
a
the fuck?
nice way of not putting you out.
Yo,
And then
there are
if you
women who
don't
say
get
that.
it that way, I'm going to introduce you or try to hook you up with someone else I know just so you get a hint like it's not happening.
Mm-mm-mm. Unbelievable. You know, let's get these voicemails out of the way because I feel like somebody's gonna say something that either both of us agree with or we're just gonna question, like the whole gas station situation.
I mean, that's part of the game, yo. If you got taken in the eye, you got taken in the eye. Like, be a soldier. Don't be a complainer. We don't
Mm-mm.
like complainers.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh no, we don't like complainers. We just want to know why women. I don't want to say complain, but more so like there's certain things they don't do. Like whenever I see a woman on like social media and they talk about like a guy better eat pussy, he better eat ass, but then like you ask them, well, what won't you do? And it's like, oh, that's like a laundry list of shit. they're like, oh well, don't put it on my face and don't nowhere on my boobs. I'm like, yo, where in the fuck is he supposed to come? And then obviously the answer is in the condom. It's
Okay,
like
so
the
for
the
me,
condom
it
ain't
is
wrong.
you could come on my ass cheeks or my boobs, but
Hmm.
don't come on my stomach because sometimes my belly button goes in and my belly button is tight, so it has creases. And if you don't get all your kids up out of my belly button, they gonna
Wait,
be in the motherfucking back
oh,
pool.
hold on, excuse me. Wait a minute. We're not gonna gloss over like off that as well, because as you're saying this, the only thing that was going through my mind was the fact that the belly button looks like that little shit at the playground, the little circle, and your kids sit, and that shit.
That's exactly how it is. It has little creases in it. It goes in. So if you do it on my lower stomach and your kids swim in there, it's gonna be like a motherfucking backyard pool and they're just gonna be in there. And I don't wanna find them later.
You just said that your belly button is like a fucking round. What do you call it? The playground roundabout. What is wrong with you? Why? What? I'm not. Look, you know what? If I was still using my vape pen, I would definitely be like Baylor and be getting high right now. You just said that
It
your
makes
belly
sense.
button is a roundabout, but
Kids
why?
love it.
What you just kids do love roundabouts, but the thing is,
Yeah.
like, as a guy, like, if you're okay, maybe let's play this game. Anybody who's listening, you're welcome to do it as well. When you're having sex, regardless of the position, like, I'm going to say the position, and Chan has to give me her instant response, and you guys have to give your response as well. So, as a guy, where can he finish? That's the game. So, if you're doing missionary, where can he finish?
Missionary, missionary. My boobs, that's it.
Okay,
Not
okay.
my face.
So, okay, but here's the thing, like the face shit is overrated. Like I feel like the face thing is like, all right, like that shit's cool the first like 2 or 3 times, and then after it's like that's a lot of fucking work. And when you're like fully like going at it and you about to finish, like as a guy, there's a lot of fucking motions there, and the last thing you want to do is have to get up and then move and then be like, hey, turn your head to the side and do like, yo, just no. Anyway, next position, obviously, is doggy style. Now, I'm just gonna guess, obviously, the ass. So like coming on the ass is one thing, right? But you go ahead and tell me like the list, because I
You
feel
could
like this is like the
ask for like the
good.
smaller back, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like don't do my hair because that's a whole day event. And then
Wait, hold on, wait.
I'm gonna be doing my hair wondering if that's like crust from gel or crust from your kids.
Hey yo, crusty kid. Hey, oh my god. So here's the thing. Like, if you're hitting it from the back and the dude like he pulls out and shit, like he can't be like y'all both on the bed. Like he has to be like standing or like he must be like
Yeah,
really fucking tall. Because like how in the fuck like how as a guy your aim is that fucked up that you pull out and it like literally goes completely over her body like a rainbow. It hits her right in the back of the head.
take a look. It's in a book. Listen,
The coming rainbow.
yeah, some men have
Oh,
horrible.
I can only imagine. Like I just like I need to know why like coming in the hair though, like as a guy, like at that point you have to be aiming for her hair, or you're aiming at her face and it hits her
Or
in the
you
head. But the
don't
thing is,
care. Respectful.
yeah, I was going to assume just being disrespectful as well, because that just doesn't sound right to me. Like you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and just come in her hair, and on top of coming in her hair, like
My
what do you
ex
do
did that.
after that? Like,
He said maybe it's good conditioner.
okay, wait a minute. Maybe it's good. Not it's good conditioner. He said maybe it's good condition.
Maybe.
Like like he wasn't sure. He was like,
Mm-mm.
I haven't tried it, but hope you have. No, let's get these voices. Like, maybe it's conditioner.
Shan, it is a crime that me and you haven't did a stereo together. So let's make that happen before stereo
Hey,
is not a thing anymore. All right.
fact. Got you.
Damn. He said when stereo is no longer a thing. Damn.
Listen,
So I guess it's not just us.
Listen,
It's not just us.
he peeps.
Yeah,
He
it's sad. It's y'all. I want to hear this shit. I definitely want to hear this talk because you know he seems like he's going to ask. Actually, I might have to back out and just hear this conversation. But we got two more voicemails. Hold on.
I hate when like you eating the coochie from the back and like she angled her booty to where it's like no choice. And
Wait, what?
like, like she only like regular washed it. So like, you didn't peppermint scrub or like special scrub the motherfucker. And like, I mean, like, I'm gonna do it, but like, just be more considerate. All right, whatever.
Peppermint scrubs.
You never use that
Jesus.
because you got to dilute.
Yes, yes. But the fact that that was the first thing that came to his mind. You know what? He is my favorite person on here today. Jesus Christ. Like, that's the name of the show, Peppermint Scrubs. Because wow, hold on, let's get this last voicemail. Because Shan, I want to hear y'all two talk at this point. Because what the fuck? Wow.
Okay, okay. Certain people that you're going to exchange energies with, you know what they do, how spontaneous they are or they aren't, and you just be like, all right, let me get this, let me get this, let me get this, because they're really not gonna be doing too much. And then some other people, you just like, let me get this,
Mm-hmm.
the hairless everything on this menu. Let me get this. Let me use this soap and this scrub, and let me get extra body oil. That way, when he try to hold me down, I can still slip out.
Oh my. You know what? I know you a sinner, but Jesus, really? Hold, goodness, what the fuck? Hold on, next voicemail.
Hey man, if you in great shape, you know what I'm saying, of which I am, and you drink a lot of water, of which I do, and you really, really focus, like you can shoot far. And that's really a
See?
big deal. You just gotta have, like good health and really be, focused. You know what I'm saying? And two, for a woman, if you know that a dude can do that, like, just know he run a few miles, you know?
Oh, see, you know what? Here we go. I am begging Mike Perkins to actually call in right now. 'Cause I need to hear this because I feel like Mike is he has an answer for everything. I have to hear
Mike
this. So Mike,
always has an answer for everything, and that's why you have to do your questioning specifically in a way where it
yeah,
gets the answer, because he will give you an answer and be like, that's it.
yeah. So Mike, let me ask you this. I have to ask him: is sucking dick a part of sex? As a guy, as a man, like
Yes.
that is that a part of sex for you, or is that like it doesn't have to happen? Because it's right now on like the Instagram, it's about like 50-50. Some guys are like, hey, like I can have sex and not get head, and then there's some
What?
guys that are like, hey, it's a fucking yeah. Like there are men who say like it's not a requirement for them, but then some guys are like that's a demand. Like I can't actually have sex without having her like start it off with me. And I was like, oh, okay, this is new to me. But then again, it's 2020. I'm learning more the more I'm on the internet. So I just need to know, is sucking dick a part of sex? So
Mm.
please just let me know. Do you feel like that, Shane? Like, do you feel like that is a part of sex to you? Like, you have to
Of
do it in
course.
order to actually
Do you have your dinner without something to drink?
your wait. Did you say your dinner without something to drink?
Yes. Like, no. This is a whole combo. Like, and don't forget the sauce.
Wait, and don't forget the sauce. Let's play this voicemail.
For me, I treat them like newborn kittens, head to toe. So I think it's only fair to give some reciprocation
See?
in that, you know.
Okay, all right. Shout out. I agree. I agree with that message. Let's see what the next person had to say.
It doesn't necessarily have to happen, Oral says it doesn't necessarily have to happen. For me, she doesn't have to do me necessarily, but I mean, I'm a dude that has to, do her. And I mean, I just have to because I'm just that kind of person. But they don't have to do me, but, it would be nice.
Now wait, when you say you have to do it, go ahead. Go ahead. Shan, like that one. That's your question. Cause wow.
Hey, you to me is incomplete if you don't. Like
Mm-hmm.
if a man like comes in some instances you might just get the fuck in because that's what both of you needed. And then other
Exactly.
instances we are in no rush, nobody has anywhere to go. So just be thorough with it and demolish
Exactly.
me. Only way you can demolish me is if I feel like my whole body is whistling after we're done.
Did you say a
Like
whistling? Not regular whistling. You said a
whistle,
whistling. Like,
you've been all up in through here. My holes are wide open. I'm feeling constant breeze. Hallowed be thy
con-
name.
you know what? Everybody, that has been the show. Jeez, hollow be thy name.
Yes.
Who, you know, mm, mm, mm. This is my co-host. Everybody, like this is what I have to deal with.
And just like that, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, but I might be back or I might not be back. It depends on how well you come correct. Peace. Thank you for taking out She Gets It. I'll be back.